FrostyMikhail here. And we are now on the second stage here in Path of Life in Arknights. So, dude, I can't get over how cool these stages look, man. Okay, so three places they want to go. So we need a tank here, we need a tank here, basically. I suppose. Cool. Only two types of enemies. That's fine. All right, let's go. So yeah, I got Ægir instead of Lumen because she is amazing at healing debuffs and elemental damage. So let's go. Now we should be good to go. Oh, I can't get over how cool this place looks. No one has been in here this whole time. Affirmative. No signs that the little handy logs have been altered either. Oh my god, I love the soldier patroller, sea patroller designs, armor. So cool, dude. Excuse me, how do I view these records? Grant her the permissions. Yes, ma'am. Ah, very nice. Gonna takes a device from her belt and dances her pen across its surface, leaving trails like a labyrinth of seaweeds. What's your prefecta doing? She scribbles whenever she's thinking, says it helps her organize her thoughts. It's a habit she's had ever since she was a researcher. No one else can decipher what she's writing or drawing. Not even that's clear. She's the only one who can parse it. Books are arranged by thickness, shell decorations by size, and data downloaded from the Sovereign Theatrum by time. Seaweed cream to prevent any dry skin. Is it because millennium is approaching the coast? There's enough to last 3 years. An ordinary Ægir woman, cautious, timid even, matches the data from the Institute of Development Planning. Those hydroponic tanks. What are those boxes for? Why put them on the wall if they're empty? Yes, the hydroponic boxes may provide a lead. Scan all equipment in the room related to plant cultivation. Yes, ma'am. Also, pull whatever you can from Tullia's files. Education, employment, hobbies, anything that might be relevant. She previously worked at the Institute of Ecological Art with a focus on cultivation of endangered seaweed. To quote straight from the IES files, the artist has carefully cultivated these deep sea seaweeds to weave a dynamic, ever-evolving portrait of life as they grow. Those hydroponic boxes were Tullia's belongings. Images of her artwork are also available. How beautiful. Oh. They look like they didn't count on each other agreeing on that. That's funny. They look like they've been left empty for quite some time. According to the files, she joined the waterway program after a reassignment. She wouldn't have abandoned her old life for no reason. True, her disappearance may well be related to her career change. How's that scan coming? Nothing unusual with the cultivation equipment, but we found an operating log in the integrated terminal. 2 days before she went missing, she downloaded some data from the beacon tower control center and made a backup. We were unable to locate the file itself though. Goddamn. Try to backtrack her steps. Contact the control center and trace the data from their download logs. If she was still going to work before she disappeared, couldn't her friends or colleagues know something? Perhaps. What's the situation on her social relationships? What about the person who made the report? We erased the questioning. Oh my god, what is that? That is awesome. Anything I can help you with, Jordy? Sorry, Sorry, I have so many questions. I don't know where to start. This metal tree, do I just ask it? I've heard legends of ancient trees acting as repositories of knowledge, but I've never seen anything like this. This coal-shaped integrated terminal is the culmination of centuries of Ægir's knowledge and culture. Everything we think, know, create, appreciate, and even the questions we have yet to answer, they're all here. It's the heart of this Sophon Theatrum. And what is the Sophon Theatrum exactly? Conceived and established by Martis, the great scholar of anthropology and prehistoric civilization, it is a public facility that has had a profound impact on the nation. Aside from the mutually supporting atoll city clusters above sea level and the modular city networks in the trenches, most of our other cities have unique forms and designs. Yet even so, nearly all of them have chosen to adopt Martis' design and establish their own Sophon Theatrum. Look around you. This is the place for people to think, doubt, and debate, eventually coming to an understanding and making a decision. A coliseum of wits, if you will. The most complex equations, the most ancient drawings, the most beautiful songs, and the most well-traveled roads were all born here. I believe this is exactly what Martis himself wanted. You keep mentioning this Martis. What kind of man was he? Simply listing all his contributions to Ægir would take an entire day, perhaps more, but I do happen to have some insight into his personality. Oh, you knew him? No, he lived more than 2 centuries ago. He'd been gone from Ægir long before I was born. But our professor would like to speak of his eccentricities. Eccentricities? I don't fucking know. He was unmasked and in holy shit, I can't fucking speak today. He was unmasked in theoretical and deductive reasoning, yet was always reluctant to draw a conclusion. Even on issues where the answers was plain to all, he would refuse to put the question to rest until after an extended debate with himself. Some would say that trapping himself in endless debate showed he cared too much about the value and meaning of things. But is that not in our human nature? Which is why he built the Sophon Theatrum. He needed a place where he could engage in intellectual holy fuck, discourse, both with ourselves and with others. I wouldn't say I'm up for a debate, but I do have a lot of questions. Should I ask you, myself, or this terminal? Seems our little discussion must give way to a greater showdown. What do you mean? They're holding a tribunal and it concerns 3 of those you are right with. The Abyssal Hunters? Oh hey, is that our landlord friend I spy? Oh, he looks worried about us. Hey. He won't see you from that far away. Others are looking this way though. This tribunal has drawn more attention than expected. We hunters always have, and now they have even have a lovely story of our own return from the dead. Like it or not, the Abyssal Hunters are in a spotlight now. This tribunal will be our final checkup, yes? Frankly, they're getting tiresome. Don't worry, Skady, don't worry. The hunters need to keep a low profile. We must also act with prudence, Doctor. We always found ourselves in delicate situations. Indeed, this time we're not merely mediating between 2 countries, but between land and sea, 2 vastly different civilizations. Following the tribunal, I will formally address Ægir's consul to foster cooperation between land and sea. But for now, you'll need to assist Gladiia independently, Doctor. The situation remains uncertain for both the city and ourselves. Certain matters become more difficult if I am placed at the center of attention. But no one will be watching your assistant? Yes, but be careful. I would prefer not to have to change our objective in the middle of negotiations with the consul. Dr. Kal'tsit sure uses a lot of big words, doesn't she? Very true. She does. mm. Mm. I think we can all agree on that one, Spectre. Does she ever get straight to the point? Our dear Dr. Kal'tsit thinks too much about too many things and not nearly enough about how to convey that she cares. Wouldn't you agree that more direct, Ægir-style communication is better, Doctor? Absolutely. Don't worry, Shark and I will protect you. I am in good hands, it seems. Say, where's Captain Gladiia? I imagine she'll show up with Consul Clementia. After all, she's the one who will be taking the stand today. Oh shit. Excuse me, are you Laurentina? I had a hunch I'd find you here, advisor. The environmental sample test results are out. We need you to take a look and see if we need another round of genetic testing. Oh, sorry, didn't see your message. You seem preoccupied by the Abyssal Hunters Tribunal. You used to work at the Abyssal Hunter lab, right? I'd rather not talk about it. But yes, I was researching gene splicing methods that would provide a safer and more effective way to perform the hunter modifications. But you didn't like the program? It's not about liking or disliking it, it's that it failed to produce results despite all the sacrifices we made. It's not about liking or disliking it, it's that it failed to produce... Oh, whoops. Don't know why my sound died, weird. It's not about liking or disliking it, it's that it failed to produce results. Despite all the sacrifices we made. But what matters now is that they are alive, Gladiia and the others. I have to be here, if only for them. Were you too close? Ha! If only she thought so too. Oh, who this? Damn, girl. Magister Avitus, may I sit here? Of course, Cassia. Be careful though. Recovery from embryo separation surgery takes time. This is Jordy, a guest from Iberia. Thank you, and hello. Oh, hello. There are more participants than I expected. Even when the Institute of Facility Management held a tribunal to discuss modifications to the city's units framework, only 2 departments were involved. The tribunal system exists to solve problems, after all. The only reason to involve more departments is when the problem is too complex for one. But the Sophon Theatrum is already half full. Is the return of the Abyssal Hunters really such a big deal? It's the project that took 2 centuries of debate before implementation. Its philosophy shook the very foundations of Ægir, and its very progress tugs the string of Ægir's future. Besides, the waterway program is reaching its most critical juncture. Even the smallest thing out of the ordinary is worthy of attention. Simply reading a report is not nearly enough to come to an informed decision. Consul Clementia needs the council of experts in multiple fields. I'm sure that many have come of their own accord, though. The return of 3 hunters is bound to cause unease at such a sensitive time. I'm not really here for the tribunal, but I heard you might make an appearance, so... Oh, and who might you be? Ah, sorry. I'm Lucilla. I had the honor of meeting your parents once. Rulers and Ink, are you an architect working on the dome system here? I transferred out of last year, but I'm still with the Institute of Facility Management. Now I maintain the city unit framework and measure ocean current. Sorry about that, let's try that again. Envy not the sun, for we have given ourselves the eternal stars and infinite sea. When I was little, the foster parents at the Institute of Incubation took us to hold a performance here. We created a matrix of tiny optical machines representing neural activity with changes to the brightness of the dots. We'd rehearsed thoroughly, but the Sophon Theatrum malfunctioned on the day of the performance. and the whole place went dark, except for those little machines. But a couple in the audience worked their magic, and the ribbons of light fell from the dome as if arms reaching out to invite our little machines to dance. Oh, let me get something to drink real quick. There we go. Alright. If I'm gonna be talking for 50 minutes, I'm gonna need something to undry my throat, as they say. I don't know. Keep my throat nice and moist, you know. Oh, shit. There we go. It was so beautiful that the blackout almost felt intentional. Ha, I can picture the smug look on their faces. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if they really had something to do with it. When the Institute of Development Planning did its career assessment, I applied for the dome system without a second thought. It was only then that I learned they were famous dome designers. That was the only time I saw them. So they were right. They were at the right time and place to inspire you. But you said you transferred out of dome work. Why, when you already formed such a special bond with our big, transparent friend above? Lucilla. The tribunal is about to start. You want to sit here? Sorry, my colleague is calling out to me. Anyway, welcome home, Laurentina, and I wish you the best of luck. Pretty much everyone's here. Hey, where are you going, Doctor? I'll be watching from the stands. Kal'tsit's words really got to you, haven't they? Oh, here we go. Here they are. As you are well aware, Militarum has successfully made contact with Iberia. As such, the waterway program now enters its most critical phase. A thread of light leaves the massive core-shaped terminal to surround her, forming a giant ethereal ring in the air that dances to the consul's words. More threads weave together to form cities and tides, hunters and seaborn, transmuting words to images and giving substance to sound. The crowd quiets down. And at this crucial juncture, we also welcome home our surviving abyssal hunters, Gladiia, Skadi, and Laurentina. What the fuck happened to Adriana, bro? There's another one. What? Where is she though? Huh? I have her on my team. What the fuck, man? What happened? Dude, we've had so much abyssal hunter stuff now. On the Tides, still too far nervous, and now Path of Life. Still no mention of Adriana. What the fuck, man? I'm getting offended now. That's not okay. Where is she? Huh? There's not 3. There's 4 of them. Well, 5, not 5 now with Ulpian, but you know, Ulpian. But yeah, where's Adriana, bro? That's all I want to know. The results of their physical examinations and Gladia's mission report have been uploaded to the Southern Theatrum's terminal and are available for your perusal. I'm sure many of you have already done so. Concerning the irregular circumstances therein, I now call upon Consul Gladiia, leader of Ægir's honor that was awful. Exercitus and chief designer of warfare of the Abyssal Hunters, to answer your questions. You navigate through several rows of Ægir and sit on one of the back rows. With plenty of room around you, you have a clear view of everything happening in the Southern Theatrum. The tribunal has already begun. The speakers do not raise their voices, yet every word is clear in the massive ring-like structure. Gladiia steps forward, drawing everyone's gaze. Suddenly you hear footsteps so soft they are almost inaudible, like a shadow from the somber dome touching the floor. Not a sound. Oh, I'll crush your throat. Oh! Oh, there he is. There he is. There's the homie. I knew the fucking map was gonna start here. Tribunal welcome. Here we go. Oh. Oh, you wanna? Okay. Okay. No. Okay. No. Wait. Hold on. Bleh. Okay. All right. Just no. No. Okay. Fuck you. All right. Go fuck yourself, dude. Fuck off. Yeah, we should probably put her on the all the way back, you know, or maybe up here actually. Yeah, that would be way better. There we go. There we go. Die. Oh, this thing has a lot of health. 320 block. Wow. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Very cool. I think I'm gonna put Skadi here. And then I'm gonna put Skadi here. that works in both ways.
I'll give you load capacity calculations complete.
Get debuff, bro. Damn. Not much space here. There we go. Very nice. Good damage, good damage. Oh, look at that. Wow. No. No. That's alright. Can I just... Okay, I can't do that. How about we just do this then? Gladiia, kill them all. Boom.
Request acknowledged.
There we go. All my Abyssal Hunters are on the field now. Yeah, this is good. This is so good. I think Oh, okay. There we go. That was fun. Oh my god, why do they look so cool, dude? Oh, oh, he's a commander. Oh my goodness. Yeah, nah, the Ægir got that drip, bro. Yeah, I might say that's... Yeah, they are definitely my favorite now. In terms of armor and stuff. That'll... Yeah, no. Okay, give me a sec. I'll take a quick bathroom break and I'll be back in a second. Alright, let's finish this. Consul Gladiia, is it in your opinion that the issue does not lie with the battle itself? Correct. What you see before you is a projection of the battle plan. If anyone here notices a flaw I haven't, I'd expect it to be pointed out. Though I have no objections to the battle plan, it was the most suitable one given what we knew at the time. However, I would like your opinion on what we knew at the time. I have to admit that Ægir's knowledge on the Seaborn back then was deeply flawed as such. What are they trying to say? Still not used to their way of thinking, are you? You never did like thinking much, even back home. They mean no ill will, they're simply seeking the truth they need. Identify every flaw and question all perfections. The most heated debates will uncover truth in its full beauty and reveal the right way forward. Just leave it to Swordfish. If you don't want to listen, just take a nap. In conclusion, our greatest error when designing the warfare 5 years ago was failing to make allowance for flaws in our knowledge. Until every last truth of terror is revealed, we must admit that our understanding of the Seaborn will remain flawed. Our warfare design must reflect this revelation. I concur. Your conclusion should be incorporated into our future battle plans. It has been an honor to reflect upon this critical battle and reach a fruitful conclusion with you. That said, the battle 5 years ago is not our only concern. We have more pressing issues to worry about. Your physical examination has revealed mutations that cannot be ignored. The same goes for Gladiia and Laurentina. I do not doubt your loyalty, but we need to know how assimilation by seaborn genes will affect your behavior. Apologies for my candor. Millennium will soon identify the locations of the remaining nests. Then the Seaborn will be driven out by Class 4 weapons, opening up a waterway. Is there any possibility that the Abyssal Hunters will become an enemy of Ægir and of yourselves? Okay, Ulpian, what are you doing? Hunters out of control pose a greater risk to Ægir than the Seaborn. The Abyssal Hunters are the flip side of Ægir. Created in Ægir's most despicable attempt at salvation, they are now both feared and pitied by their creators. Abyssal Hunter Ulpian, I presume? Shouldn't you be down there too? You're much calmer than I expected, and you know who I am. It seems Gladiia has built a relationship on land with more than just one doctor. I've never seen you in any of the operations. You're not an Inquisitor, nor an Islander. The doctor from Rhodes Island brought you to Ægir, but kept your identity a secret. I'm also from Rhodes Island. You may introduce yourself however you like. However, the point is that you can't help the hunters. Why don't you just go to Gladiia, bro? Now is not the time. You don't trust the hunters? On the contrary, I do trust them, but I also know them all too well. Skadi acts before thinking. Laurentina has not been lucid for long. Gladiia will inevitably be the one to make decisions. I've already shared much of what I know with her. She should be on guard. She knows the potential restrictions, but nevertheless decided to return to Ægir. Overeager to return to a familiar environment, she is oblivious to the fact that she has placed herself in the spotlight, where all that can and cannot be trusted have power to scrutinize her. Now is not the best time for the Abyssal Hunters to come home. Their decision is a big gamble. Sounds like you care about them after all. When did you sneak into the city then? Gladiia and the others are not in a good situation. They underwent modifications, but unlike me, they were not part of the Abyssal Hunters Project's core research. Explaining the changes in their bodies will be difficult for them. I'll pass on some information to you, and I'll need you to help Gladiia if necessary. Convey my warning to her later. As for the rest, may I say a few things? Blandis, he's here too. Blandis? Isn't this just like the old days? You and Ulpian used to get into arguments with the research staff while I was napping. Your comments would be much appreciated, advisor. You flatter me, Consul. I was the technical advisor for the Abyssal Hunter project, responsible for the gene splicing research used in the modification process. In other words, at this exact moment and in this exact place, I am the leading authority on Abyssal Hunters. Oh my god, stop. Sorry. Gladiia, Laurentina and Skadi have been fighting on dry land too frequently and for too long. It is indeed a cause for concern regarding their physical condition. As such, your concerns are not without reasons, but my answer is this. No, they will not become seaborn. The hall goes silent. Huh, wow, okay. Blandis clears his throat. Let me try to explain this in layman's terms. Under ordinary circumstances, seaborn genes exhibit abnormal dominance and will irreversibly override any pre-existing traits in their host. In Abyssal Hunters, however, we have managed to extend the timeline of this process until it far exceeds the natural lifespan of any given hunter. Wow. Furthermore, the Academy of Technology made a critical breakthrough, allowing us to implant an auto-adaptive junction in all the hunters before their deployment to eradicate the firstborn. The auto-adaptive junction was implanted at the splice point between human and seaborn DNA to assist the hunters in more closely monitoring their seaborn genes. If the seaborn genes exhibit abnormal dominance, the junction would signal the body to resist their attempt at taking over. While there has undoubtedly been some degree of decay in their auto-adaptive junctions after 5 years without maintenance, the changes they've undergone remain well within acceptable ranges. So you say, advisor, that there is a record of failed auto-adaptive junction surgery in the Abyssal Hunter Lab archives? That was Ulpianus. The archive should also note that multiple clinical trials have demonstrated that the incident did not produce any adverse effects. For this, I gladly take full responsibility and will answer any queries. Now that the Abyssal Hunters have returned to Ægir, their condition will be under control. Am I to infer that you already have an effective means to contain their mutation? There is an Abyssal Hunter lab in the city we can reactivate. I will personally perform maintenance on their auto-adaptive junctions. What of Ulpianus? How can we be sure that the hunter who has refused to return to Ægir will not become seaborn? Or that what we fear hasn't already happened? I mean, he's right here, so... Sounds like you just become the target. It's only natural they would be skeptical. It is both human nature and a hard-learned lesson to be wary of what you cannot control. You're not the only one who's been... I'm equally curious about your motivations. Did you really come out of concern for the hunters? Before the sinking of the Stultifera, I shared my discovery with Gladiia. There is more than one entity like Ishamla amongst the seaborn, those known as Firstborn. The Firstborn are stirring. It, or rather they, are about to awaken. I don't know how many or how soon, but it's close. Too close. This is why the seaborn have begun migrating towards land. I've ventured into many nests recently, and as a whole, they are feeling a sense of crisis. Perhaps not even the ocean contains enough nourishment for the awakening of a new god. Will it become another profound silence for the land or another calamity for the seas? The Great Migration almost perfectly coincides with Ægir's waterway program. One can only speculate about Millennium's role in all this. Is that not reason enough for me to visit this city? I guess so. The Seaborn have proliferated independently, driven by their instincts. They came from the Firstborn and cannot defy their fundamental nature. In other words, even if the death of the Firstborn failed to halt their evolution, it should not have caused the rapid emergence of new, previously undocumented traits. I believe I already addressed that in my report. Yes, the multiple Firstborn hypothesis. A logical enough explanation, but that is exactly why I am skeptical of Ulpianus. Our well-laid plans ended in failure. The 3 surviving hunters washed ashore on unfamiliar land before being reunited with the hunter who was last to leave the nest. The information Ulpian has brought that there are more than one firstborn in the ocean is more than shocking, it's highly effective. Effective in explaining why the Seaborn's actions have become more disruptive despite your success with the mission objective. Effective in addressing all of our questions. And why does that make you skeptical? Because it is an answer so perfect that it's either the incontrovertible truth or was designed specifically to put our questions to rest. Whether or not to believe the information he gave you will have an enormous impact on our warfare design. If Ulpian lives, then the most effective way to verify his claims would be to track him down, perhaps even question him directly. You have been quite a wise, Blandis. Do you have anything to add regarding Ulpianus? You were once students under the same mentor, and it was your trust in him that let you join the Abyssal Hunter project despite your resurrections. But I also trust your knowledge and ethics as an Ægir. You need not recuse yourself. All I can say is, Madam Consul, is that I can be accountable for every word I say here at this tribunal. I will not intentionally put forward a hypothesis in his favor, nor will I make any conjecture that could hurt him. That is all. I guess even a loner has friends. Ulpian does not answer. The questioning continues, but Blandis says no more. Suddenly he looks up to watch you as though he sensed something. You meet his weary gaze across the length of the Sophon Theatrum. He seems to have noticed something. The consul next to him and several other Ægir catch that peculiar moment, and some of them follow his gaze. You look to your side and find the seat empty. Sorry, am I interrupting? The tribunal has arrived at an adequate conclusion. Gladiia, Scadilon, and the rest of the Abyssal Hunters have made tremendous sacrifices and contributions to Ægir. It is a blessing for Ægir that new ideas continue to emerge from their knowledge and experience even after 5 years. They have demonstrated that they are both innocent and safe, and that their return at this stage of the waterway program is not a threat but a reassurance. Yet now our attention turns to another of the surviving hunters, Ulpianus. He has concealed his movements for reasons unknown, and has attempted to influence the other hunters. Both actions clearly contravene his duty. Based on our present information, we are unable to determine his motives, goals, or even whether he still qualifies as Ægir. Ulpianus must be found. If his intentions are indeed benign, as Gladiia claims, our suspicions must be cleared through proper questioning. Those whose questions have been answered may now leave. Those whose questions have not may continue their inquiries. Do you have anything to add, Consul Gladiia? Oh shit, look at that. Okay. The cowl-shaped terminal at the center of the Sophon Theatrum slowly closes and sinks into the ground. The space is now flat and empty, like a stage ready for a new play. Gladiia stands alone on it. I have told you all I know. I have no objections to the tribunal's conclusion, nor to the suspicions cast upon Ulpianus. People began to file out, many turning to nod towards Gladiia as they reached the exit. The remaining audience continue to ask questions, and Gladiia responds to each one whether she is able to answer or not. The water caustics cast by the dome weave a picture of light and shadow, with the ring of light surrounding the space dancing on Gladia's expressionless face. Even as an Ægir, I find this hard to understand sometimes. They fling words at her like spears one moment, then thank her for her contributions the next. They're sincere, you know. Science requires people to separate facts from feelings, and they're good at it. I know, I'm just... never mind. As for Captain Ulpianus, all they have are suspicions. Swordfish, the doctor, Kal'tsit. Someone will think of a way. What next? We wait for Swordfish, which unfortunately would take a while. You're sighing too? She used to visit the Sophon Theatrum to watch plays whenever there wasn't a mission. Sometimes I went with her. Captain Gladiia. She's fairly well versed in the arts. Her mother's influence, supposedly. Unlike everyone else, however, She liked the highest first seats, so I would always end up having to sit apart from her. Why? For her, keeping the distance helps filter out the noise. Ignoring some of the finer details makes it easier for her to fully immerse herself in the story. Right now, though, she's the one at center stage. She's lost her accustomed sense of distance, becoming the subject of judgment, scrutiny, and discussion. No one in her position can remain unperturbed. I'm starting to get why I sighed. Why? Because only now does it really feel like we're back. I see. Alright, man. Well, that was the second battle stage. If you enjoyed, actually, let me check real quick. Let me see these enemies. More likely to be attacked by allies. Okay. Huh. That's fun. Okay. Anyway, yeah. If you enjoyed the the stage we just did, please do leave a like. And if you have any thoughts about the extremely interesting story we're doing right now, please do leave a comment. And yeah, be glad to hear your thoughts, man. And yeah, if you like what you saw and you want to see more Arknights and possibly other stuff from me in the future, please do subscribe, comrades. That would be very much appreciated. And I will see you in the next video very soon. As always, comrades, have a good one. До свидания.